Welcome to Living Multidimensionally, where we explore what it really means to be a soul having a human experience in a world that is far more magical, interconnected, and alive than we were ever taught to believe. I'm your host, Jillian, an Akashic Records channel, energy healer, and multidimensional guide. And this podcast is a space where we peel back the layers of the seen and unseen worlds. Here, we talk about the messy, beautiful, deeply human parts of life, and the moments that remind us we are ancient, infinite, and connected to something so much bigger. Here, I explore with you and guide you through the many layers of the spiritual journey. At times, I'm joined by friends, teachers, healers, and fellow travelers of the spiritual path. People who live with one foot in the physical world and one foot in the energetic realms, as we dive into the modalities, experiences, past lives, initiations, and everyday magic that shape us. This is a space for curiosity, embodiment, remembrance, and real conversations about what it means to navigate life as a multi-dimensional being, with humor, depth, and a whole lot of soul. So take a breath, open your heart, and let's journey in. Welcome back to Living Multidimensionally. Today's guest is someone that I've known for many years, her entire life actually, because she happens to be my little sister, Emily. Emily and I are similar in many ways. We both have big dreams, we're both incredibly determined to achieve them. Where we differ is the paths that we've chosen to get there. While my journey has taken me deep into spirituality, healing, and personal transformation, Emily has created a beautiful life through her own unique blend of intention, belief, and aligned action. Over the years, Emily has married her high school sweetheart, manifested her dream career, welcomed two beautiful children into the world, and most recently manifested her dream farm. If you noticed, I used the word manifested more than once, and that's no coincidence. Emily is currently building a community centered around helping others attract their dream lives using the same principles and techniques that she has successfully applied to her own. Her philosophy is refreshingly simple. One of the most powerful ways to manifest what you desire is to feel wonderful now, rather than waiting for external circumstances to create that feeling for you. What I love about Emily is that she embodies what she teaches. She doesn't just talk about manifestation, she lives it. The life she has created is a reflection of the beliefs, energy, and practices that she has consistently chosen over time. I'm so excited to have her on the podcast today to explore how she applies these energetic principles to her everyday life, how she consciously created so many of her dreams, and what living multidimensionally means to her. Emily, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much, Jill. That's such a beautiful intro. I'm so honored to be here. It
I'm
feels awesome.
excited to have you
Me
here.
too.
Yes, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I always start off with the same question for my guests, and that is, can you share with the listeners who you are beyond the labels, the soul behind the work that you do?
Simply I'm light and energy and yeah, joy and oh my goodness, that is a very interesting question. I was definitely prepared to share how I'm multi-passionate and wear many hats. But yeah, I mean, really simply, I think that we're all light. I think that we are all like good and pure at our core. And it's really just, living life is just uncovering those layers and expressing more and more and more and more and more of that light as we go.
Interesting. Yeah, caught you off guard. You don't get to talk about your 75 passions right off the bat.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll get there, I'm sure.
Yes.
Um, so I like that answer. I like that answer. My mind starts instantly going to what are some of the things that you believe you have shed. Because from my perspective, similar to yours, I do believe we are all light. Yes, ultimately, that is what we all are, love at the end of the day, but we are also dark. And
Yes.
neither light nor dark is outside of love. So, what layers would you say you have shed? Maybe a couple examples or all of them, whatever, to find more of that light.
So I have a different perspective on light and dark. I believe that there is no source of dark, there's just an absence of light. And so, yeah, so I believe that when I say like shedding the layers, it's like bringing that darkness to the light.
Yes.
And that means being aware of it, being conscious of it, and embracing it and allowing it and letting it become part of your expression and your light. And really it's more powerful or it's more effective, I guess, and it's true and it's love to embrace the parts of ourselves rather than try to change those parts of ourselves. So, okay, what have I shed? Oh
Wait,
my God, a
I
lot.
want to debate this with you
Okay,
before before
fair.
we get into that question. This is so funny because it's such a good example of what I talked about where I in the intro of where we differ on our
Yeah,
paths.
100%. 100%.
Because this is such a great example of that because yes, I guess what I where we differ is that I believe we are all love, not all light potentially. Interesting. I have to think about this because and I think yes, we alchemize the dark into the light, but the dark is a part of us and a part of creation and a part of all that is. And I agree with you in the sense that you say there is no dark, there's just places where the light hasn't shone. You didn't say that exactly, but similar. But then in a
Yeah,
way,
very
that
similar.
means there is dark.
100% there is dark. Yeah. There's
So
there
it,
is dark. There's no source of dark. The source
okay.
is light. There is dark for sure. Dark exists 100%. That is not the debate.
My mind is going into like higher realms and dimensions where I'm like, there are definitely dark beings.
For sure. For sure
But
there is.
they
Dark
exist
exists.
because of a lack of love. And ultimately, they can all make their way back towards the light. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yes, I see what you're saying. You're looking at it as one light being one rod, just like love is one rod. And when I say that, I mean like a thermometer, hot and cold.
Okay, sure. I have a different analogy, but yeah.
Hot would be light, cold would be dark. They're all part of the same rod. They're just different varying degrees. So, where does darkness end and light begin? Doesn't matter, all
Yes.
part of the same rod.
That's beautiful. I love that. Yep.
Does that resonate with you?
Absolutely. Because I am like big believer, where does dark end and light begin? Like I'm a huge believer in that. Like what is wrong and what is right? Because something that seems so wrong can bring so much, right? Like something that seems so bad can bring so much good, and something that seems so good could actually lead to something that falls apart. And, so it's like where what is good and what is bad and like
Just our
and I
human perception of it is
yeah,
the only thing that labels something good
yeah,
or bad. From the
exactly.
higher realms, there is no good or bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's all love would be your perspective. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that totally. I think that there's a million different words that we could use
Or
to
all
describe
light.
it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see love as light.
Yeah. And light as love
Yeah.
and love as like, I guess I really love to refer to describe things. And so love, you know, from your perspective is probably like the purest feeling, right?
Up there, yes.
Yeah. I feel like I don't personally resonate with that. I think love has so much baggage, like the word love just has
Word
so
love.
much baggage. Yeah. So it's a feeling, right? So we use different words to describe the same feeling, the same
Yes.
essence, the
Yes.
same. Yeah,
Yes, I
totally.
understand what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
And love, I don't think love is a feeling. I think love is a frequency, and within
Fair.
the frequency, you can feel different feelings. So potentially
Yep.
peace, potentially bliss, I
Pissed
said
off.
bliss, potentially longing, potentially loneliness, potentially
Oh, I
grief.
love that.
All
I
of
love
that
that.
is love
I love
because
that.
I don't think love is necessarily a feeling. I think
I
people
love
can
that.
get confused with that. So,
Yeah, I love that. Cool. I would describe that then as probably my word would be like essence instead of frequency, maybe.
yes,
That's
yes.
cool. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
It's so funny how we can all speak such different languages and like people resonate with like different ways in which we speak and it all comes back to the same thing. I just love that. I think that's yeah. And that's how we can be teaching such similar, things to people through such different ways because yeah, it depends on people's path and how
it
what they
totally
resonate
depends
with and
because somebody that has a lot of darkness within them, not labeling darkness good or bad, but
yeah,
if they have a lot of it in it, they might get triggered by someone
yeah,
saying there's no such thing as darkness
totally.
because they feel the darkness. It's very real for them.
Totally.
And then where my work comes in is we teach that you can love the
Yeah,
darkness.
totally.
So you
Yeah.
can, and that's what alchemizes it ultimately.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Um, so
100%.
I think that that is an example of my work where it differ like exactly what you're saying though, because it's all the same at the end of the day. The pure, real, true truth teachings are all the same,
Yep.
but different people are going to resonate
Yep.
with different methods for
Yep.
achieving that thing based on who they are, what they came here
Yep.
to do. And like that goes like even into religion. Like
Yep.
all
Exactly.
religions ultimately are teaching the same thing. If you're speaking to someone at one level of religion, they would be like, no, my religion is right. Your religion is wrong. But if you're speaking to someone that operates within religion at a higher frequency, they have the ability to see
Yeah.
where where religions um cross and where they're
Yeah.
separate, but at the end of the day, they can love all other humans
Yeah.
from that same principle. So, yeah, it is interesting how you really have to find teachers that you personally resonate with, that you follow or learn from, or whatever the
Absolutely.
word.
So it's so interesting because something that came to me before this call, oh my gosh, and now it's just escaped me. So perhaps it's not relevant. But basically, like, see, is probably the people that I teach, if I was to talk about darkness, they'd be like, oh, that's not for me. Like I'm not
Mhm.
dark.
Yeah,
So
totally.
even
Yeah.
though, so it's just the entry point. It's just the
Yeah.
entry point, and then we guide them all back to the truth,
Yeah. And
right?
there's
And
different
yeah.
methods
Oh,
of
I love that. This is so
using
good.
language for what a
Yeah,
person is going to, because all like people in your program aren't not gonna face their
exactly.
darkness. They're just
Exactly.
gonna face it through language that resonates with them more, where they're
Exactly.
actually gonna be able to receive the benefits.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we can actually like walk through it and they can heal from it instead of being like, oh my God, I'm in the darkness and I'm awful at, like a lot of people I work with are like high achievers, like success, this, right? And so like one bad thing and it's like a spiral because that
Yeah,
used to be me,
totally.
And
Totally.
so yeah, so just having it's like your approach might seem really harsh to my people, but my approach might seem really harsh to your people, right? It's like
It would
finding that
definitely
gentle way to
depend
guide them.
on,
It's so
yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff, like we definitely have completely different methods
Yes.
for
100%.
for working with people. Like
Yeah.
I don't like I might teach some of the things you teach in different language and you might teach some of the things I teach in different language, but the language is very different.
Very different. It's so different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
interesting.
And
And
it all has to do with the paths that we took, right?
yeah, yes, well, we have
Yeah. Very different
very
paths
different
too.
paths.
But isn't it amazing now that we are both in such like, oh, peaceful, wholesome,
Yes.
enlightened places? And it just goes to show that like you have you have to trust your own path and take your own path and go towards what feels
Whatever
true to
your
you.
path is, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no right way or
No,
wrong
there's
way.
no wrong way.
Take the
No.
wrong way as long as you want, and one day you
Yeah.
will realize the way
Yeah.
you want to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's goes back to like there is no right and wrong, right?
No, there really isn't. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can speed things up or slow things
Yeah,
down, and you get to
totally.
choose. That's something my
Exactly.
healer said to me yesterday. She's like, "You asked
Yeah.
for hard and fast. You asked for that." And I'm like, "I know I did."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how fast do you want it to happen? Because, like, when you ask for something, this is
Yeah.
something like when you ask for a lot of money, or you ask for a dream relationship, or you ask for whatever,
Yeah.
you have to be able to become the person that can receive that
Yeah.
thing, which means you have to clear out everything that is not
Yep.
a vibrational match to that thing and all of the beliefs you might have
Yeah.
that are not a match to that. So, like, even calling in your person, if you haven't worked through the feelings where you're able to receive what they're saying, you're not going to call them in because you have to be at that specific frequency to be able to hear so that it can come together. And it's the same with a dream farm or a dream job or whatever beliefs or energy you have that is kind of like where you're at, what you're seeing. If
Hmm.
until you shift that,
Hmm.
you're not going to be able to see it.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it won't
So,
even be a possibility in your world. Yeah.
yeah, like literally.
Or
And
you'll
like,
just miss it. The answers, the things, everything that you're asking for is coming to you and you literally just
yeah,
can't even see
you
it.
can't even see it because you
Yeah.
don't, because you're the what's going on inside is just so
Yeah.
different than what
Yeah.
is being presented outside. And so, where did I start this thought with? Um, where did this thought start? Mm, back it up, back it up. Uh, we were talking about, oh yeah, calling in
Calling in.
what you
Asking.
asking for, calling in what you're asking for. If you're asking for something really big,
Yep.
there's a lot that's going to have to clear
Yep.
out of the way to be able to receive that thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's where I've been at a lot of my journey because I ask for really big things and then you have to go through what you have to go through to be able
Yeah.
to receive those things. And I think you also asked for really big things and your soul chose a different path. Like, as an example that
Yeah.
I always use when I'm talking about me and Emily, is
Hmm.
she has been in a relationship for 15 years?
15 years. Hmm.
15 years. Emily has been dating slash married slash whatever to
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
Met in like grade 10. And
Yeah.
like, I had a guest on a couple weeks ago who he has also been in a 14-year relationship. And he was talking about how within that relationship, he's had many relationships
Hmm.
because they've
Totally.
come apart and come back together. And so it's not that you, like, yes, you technically dated the same human being for 14 years, but you actually dated multiple different human beings within
Yeah.
that time. And he dated multiple human
Yeah.
beings, but it was just with one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas with me, it's the same, but different.
Exactly.
It's different
Exactly. Yeah.
humans, but
Exactly.
like the same sort of idea of
Yeah.
like breaking up, coming together, like that actually
Yeah.
can happen within relationships. So it's like
Yeah.
two very different paths, but
Yeah.
still learning the lessons you need to learn
Yeah.
regardless of the path that you take.
Yeah. Totally. Yes. What do you
Very,
want me to add to that? So it's interesting too, okay, if we're talking about relationships specifically, because like I'm 100% all for that. Completely agree. There's also something to be said about like the foundation that you have on any certain subject, right?
mhm,
Like Josh and I have from the beginning had a really solid foundation with
mhm,
our relationship. And that actually came to me through speaking to a psychic. She gave me the visual for our relationship of these two trees that were like intertwined together to create one really strong tree. And it's that we're stronger together. And so
mhm,
that like underlying foundation has been a part of our relationship through all the ebbs and flows, right? And I think that you can create that and have that foundation in every area of your life.
mhm,
So you can decide, like, yes, I'm in and out of relationships, but all of these relationships are serving me and bringing me to,
mhm,
like a really deep, intimate love that, right? Like
Hmm.
you can have that underlying story or you cannot. And when you
Yes,
don't have that, that's when it's chaos. That's when it's stress. That's when it's messy. That's when, right? And
right.
so, um, yeah. And so I think that it's important to it's important to have spirituality. It's important to have consciousness. It's, so that we can, the things that we're asking for, yes, you can go through hard stuff. Yes, you can go through ebbs and flows, but you always have that foundation so that
Totally. I
something
think
to carry you
humans
through.
lack foundation in a lot of ways. Like,
I'm sorry?
I think humans lack
Yes.
foundation or lack the ability to understand the importance of foundation in a lot of ways, especially in this day and age. Everyone wants everything right, fast, now, quick. They want the thing, they want it now. If it's not here, why isn't it here? Da,
I'm
da,
a
da.
failure.
And
Yeah.
like I think hindsight, what are they? Hindsight is 2020. But
Right.
like in hindsight, if you have the ability to look back and understand that everything that you've gone through has served you
Yeah.
rather than being a victim to what has happened to you, it significantly changes your outlook on life. And like
Yeah.
spirituality or not, if you can come to the realization and understanding that it is somehow serving you, which absolutely spirituality helps with that. I believe spirituality is a really important thing for people to have because my theory is if you don't know what you're trusting in, how can you trust? Like if
Yeah.
you don't know what you're just like that's scary. Like I'm not
Yeah.
like,
Totally.
oh yeah, I'm gonna trust this thing in the sky that I don't really know what it is, and
Right.
like that's scary. So like having a idea of what you're trusting in, however that looks to
Yeah.
you, I think is super important. But like when you say foundation, it like makes me think of these last few years in my life where I have been building out my program and I got the idea right away. I went to work creating it right away. It took me 9 months to create it. I
Hmm.
changed the name like 4 times. I had different formats available. Oh, you could purchase it this way. You could purchase it this way. I was giving extended payment plans. I was trying to call in like Billy Joe Bob and
Hmm.
their dog, like
Hmm.
whoever, because I'm like, it could work for everyone, whoever.
Hmm.
And like going back to what we talked about at the start with
Hmm.
having different language and different people
Hmm.
that you're serving, it is really important to know who you're serving so
Yeah.
that you can be seen by them and speak to them. And like, so over the past 2 years, I've been building that foundation.
Cool.
And if we want to get really into it, over the past 10 years,
Yeah.
I've been
Exactly.
building that foundation
Yeah.
through business, through
Yeah.
like working with humans, through like exactly.
Totally. Yeah.
So it all plays a part into the success that I'm having now. And I know
Yeah.
you're just getting started with your program, like
Yeah.
you're in the foundational phase. And
Yeah.
so
Totally.
it's really important to understand that when you're in it and simultaneously let yourself feel all the feelings you
Yeah.
feel about that
Yeah.
without like, spiritually bypassing over, it. Oh, well, I'm just
Yeah.
in the foundation phase. It's fine.
Right.
Like if
Yeah.
it doesn't feel fine, then it's not
Yeah.
fine. Let it
Yeah. Yeah.
out.
Well, it's cool. So interesting because probably my business relationship is very similar to your like lover relationship
Yeah.
or romantic relationship, right? In that, so I have been doing this work for years and years and years and years. Like I'm at the point now, yes, where like I'm finally offering what has been on my heart for years, right? Like I'm
Hmm.
finally, you know, like coming into alignment with my forever partner, my forever
Yes.
relationship. Um, but like you say, right, it's 2020. I look back at my journey and all of a sudden my foundation is like quite clear and solid because I'm like, holy shit. Like you know, did whatever, like I collecting all the evidence that like I am enough and am I have this foundation and my story all of a sudden has become a lot like yeah, a lot frantic, stressful, oh my God, what am I doing energy. I'm more of like, holy shit, like, no, like I got this energy, you
Yeah,
know?
I actually know what I'm
Um,
doing. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I don't have a, like, I'm excited for the day when I have a visual for it, like me and Josh, because that is just, because I'm such a visual person, like that was just so profound for me.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, excited for that. But I think that, oh, especially, I don't know, I think that any person can look back on their life and collect the data, you know?
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and like, I don't know, create a solid foundation for themselves to turn things around right away. And
totally.
and I think that like I'm a big believer in creating your life. Like the most effective way to create your life is to be grateful for where you were at and eager for more.
Hmm.
And that like reflection period is a big part of having that gratitude, having that like almost like that next level that I want for myself. Oh my God, it's already here. I'm already it. I already am enough. I already am a value, right? And like that's when things starts happening is when you can operate from the like gratitude of it already being here and it
Yeah,
already being
and you
done. And
can't fake gratitude.
no. Oh God, no. You
That's
have to be so honest with yourself about
like
everything in this
that's
journey. You have to be so fucking honest.
that's the thing, right? Though, like with the like that's why you said the reflection period is important
Yeah.
because you have to be able to look back and bring the timelines together to the now and like
Yeah.
okay yes all of that was I was always me and I was always coming into this now moment and the future me is also here and I am merging with that version and it's all happening right now. That can't happen if you believe you're a victim of the
Totally.
past or if you
Totally.
believe that like this happened to me and
Or you believe, oh, I'll be happy when I
yeah,
will, I'll be successful when I'll be of value then. I will, once I get, one high ticket paying client, then I'll be worthy.
yeah,
Then I'll be enough. Then, right? It's
yeah,
like,
and it
no,
doesn't
you have
it
to
doesn't
believe that
happen.
now.
Yeah. And sometimes that is a hard learned lesson.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and the more you ask for it, the deeper you're gonna have to learn
Yeah.
that lesson.
Yeah.
Like for me, with asking for abundance, which money, asking for
Right.
money, like
Yeah.
abundance and money, not the same thing. Like,
No, it's true.
so like asking for money, I had
Yeah.
to learn that I was abundant. And the
Yeah.
way I learned that is by surviving with basically nothing for years, but
Right.
always having my needs met and
Right.
like feeling all of the emotions that came up so that I
Right.
could actually get to the place where I was abundant with $0 in my bank account and whatever else, like,
Right.
but I still felt abundant.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Then abundance actually was able to come because I was
Yeah.
holding that frequency of
Yeah.
abundance, but I had to hold it in a state that most people would
Yeah.
not feel
Be
abundant.
able to hold it. Yeah, totally.
And so, like,
But
yeah,
that's where like you're asking got so big in that moment. Like it's just like like you're being propelled now into
yeah.
like massive
And then it's
abundance.
like, yeah, then it's like
Yeah.
a slingshot, actually,
Yeah.
what happens once you
Yeah,
finally, once that
exactly.
piece finally like clicks.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like that's like a lot of your journey is like the slingshot, pew, the slingshot, pew. Whereas mine has been more of the like incremental and like, oh, we're up here and oh, we're gonna bring a little bit of darkness into the light. Oh, we're going here. Oh, bring a little bit of
You're
darkness.
climbing the mountain and I'm being slingshot up the
Yeah,
mountain.
that's right.
How
Exactly.
far can we pull back this bow to get it to go high?
All
Oh,
the
a
way
little
to
bit
the top.
more.
Oh, hi, Jill. You're so close.
And then two,
Yeah.
literally. It's so funny, so true. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That is really
So
funny.
funny because it's so true. Like
Yeah.
slingshot, yeah, that slingshot analogy is bang on. Yeah, so interesting, very interesting. And I think thought it was interesting you talking about how your business journey is similar to my romantic journey and vice versa. Because yeah, I did switch. No,
True.
I would say it's mostly like my business has been mostly just me. Like I've only worked for
Yeah.
myself this whole time
Yeah.
and myself has transformed, but
Right.
at the same time it's always been that. Whereas with you,
True.
you've worked for different companies, worked in different fields, worked
I've
doing
done a
different things.
bajillion things. Yeah.
Like and
Yeah.
like So that's so funny. Huh.
Yeah, it is funny. I do feel like too, like, I mean, it's so interesting because a lot of your clients, they have found their partner, right? Like that
Yeah.
has been like a really big trend in your work, is people finding their partner. And so I'm like, I know for sure that my journey of like, oh my gosh, being multi-passionate and then like having everything converge, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna help other people do, you know? Like,
Totally. Yeah.
yeah.
No, definitely. Well, and yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, like whatever, no, there's no same path for anyone.
Yes.
Like I have trained 70 students in Reiki and not one of them is the same as the other. Even though they
Yeah.
all learned Reiki, like
Yeah,
they
totally.
all have gone on to, one of them is a medium and then became a death doula. One of
Oh,
them
wow.
is like channels light language and is now studying herbology. One of like they're so different, like so different, but
Yeah.
they all started with Reiki, right?
Yeah.
And so that goes back to our point of having a spiritual connection, I think
Yeah.
is a very crucial part.
Yeah.
Connecting with your higher self, your soul self, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. Um, your light, your love, your dark, connecting with it
Whatever you want
all.
to call it. Yeah, totally.
And I think that,
Like source God, universe, like it's
yeah,
all, I believe
exactly.
that's all
It's all the
one. Yeah.
same, but
Yeah.
but within that sameness, we find our individuality.
Yeah, which is so cool. Like how fucking cool is life? Oh my God. So wild.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's cool. Yes, cool, and it's interesting. It's
It's
very
interesting.
interesting being a human, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it. So, what would you say was your first sort of like aha moment, or like the first time that you maybe like your first multi-dimensional moment, but kind of like propelling you onto this path that you're on now?
Oh man. Like, do you want me to go into childhood or
Whatever you
adulthood?
want.
Because there have been many. Well, like I'm going to talk about got sick because that was probably a really significant moment for all
Sorry,
of us
what?
as a
When
family.
what?
When Hannah got sick, maybe you don't remember this, but like I remember it very distinctly. So
Okay.
when we were camping for swimming lessons and Hannah got super sick and was in the hospital, and that's when our Auntie Karen she like came and helped Hannah and we learned about energy healing.
Ah.
That was like such a significant moment because that was I got that feeling. So like again, I like relate to feelings. So like I got that feeling of like, oh my God, like yeah, there's something
How
here,
old were you?
right? 7 maybe. Like
I
Hannah was like
hardly remember. I do.
3.
I like. I get have like a brief glimpse of it, but it was not as profound to me apparently.
Right? So like okay, so then another moment was when I can't remember, but like this just sticks so clearly in my mind. We were at grandma's, Jean's, and mom was talking to not to Karen, and she was like, "Oh, it's something that Emily knows. It's something that knows." And I have no idea how it came about, but anyways, it was that we are a gift. Like that was like each one of us is a gift, and it's like we are a gift in this world, and like that, like we're a gift. Like that stuck in my brain. So that was another aha moment. And I another aha moment, I was in grade 5 and I experienced for the first time like being in alignment with source and like experiencing pure joy and being myself. Like in grade 4, I was like I wouldn't say I was super bullied, but I was definitely like an outcast in grade 4. And then in grade 5, I was still the same person, but I just didn't care. And like people were drawn to me. It was, yeah, anyways, it was interesting. But it was because I was like in alignment with God's source and just like being me and being okay being me. I was like singing on the playground, like singing songs for everyone. Like it's so wild to think about. I know, so weird. Um, yeah and like boys had crushes on me and stuff, and I was like not cute. It was a crazy time. So
Cute.
like that was another. Not in grade 5, I wasn't cute.
that when you were still wearing your baseball cap, your Scooby-Doo hat?
No, I think I ditched that in grade 4.
That's what it was. It was
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
So but that was like a really profound time in my life because I realized that like external conditions mean nothing. Like it all has to do with what's in here.
That's
And I
so
couldn't
fun.
even tell you what I was doing at the time. Like I remember, I don't know if you knew this about me, but I had typed up like a 5 page long prayer that I would say before bed every night and like thank God for everything in my life. All of our dead pets, we had like 100 dead pets, guys. Like this was a really long list.
Oh my God, I'm just thinking of you. I'm praying for Miss Teddy Bear.
Yeah,
Like, oh my
every
God.
single one of them, every name. And I said it so many times that I memorized it. And I would say it every night before bed. Oh my God, for years. Yeah,
That's so
super
funny.
wild. So wild. And
Very
so I
interesting.
think I must have been like really in that, like at that in grade 5, like I must have been. And then, yeah, then high school hit and things got different. Um, and then I would say like I lost that side of me for a really long time. Um, until I came home from college and like we just recently spoke about this, but um so I went to college for 2 years. I like pursued a really like out there career compared to what everyone told me that I should do. I went to become a graphic designer and like this is a distinct memory in my mind, but like our Uncle Kenny told me he's like you with your grades like you need to be a doctor. Like you need to be going and getting your PhD.
I
And I
love
was just
that.
like so razzed by that. Yeah. And anyways, followed my passion and went to college and then worked my butt off, like literally didn't do anything but work. I lived with Jill. She can attest to this. I literally lived in my room and worked and barely like I ate the same thing every single day of my life because I had no energy for anything else but work. Anywho, and my relationship with Josh. And um and then finally like so finished school, got a summer job with Manitoba Hydro. Um and like really loved it, like really loved the work, but wanted to be home so desperately bad. Like wanted to, yeah, be with Josh and be out of the city. I was not a city person at all. Um, and so yeah, like grinded and worked and was like, okay, I'm finally like at the point where they like my position, they extended me. They were going to move me to Brandon so I could move home. I was like so happy. All this work that I've been putting in to like be, so successful and I'm finally going to be happy. And so moved in with Josh. And then the next day he had to like, I think he had to go do farm work. So I was like, at home with or at home, like the house that I just moved into, with all of my things and alone and sitting on the bed. And I was like, I feel fucking awful. Like, this is not at all what I thought was going to happen. And, I thought I was finally going to be happy and get to spend my time with Josh. And Josh isn't even here. He has to work. And I like went the opposite way for a while. I like buckled down harder. I was working out 2 to 3 times a day. I was eating like lettuce for lunch. I was so high anxiety that I couldn't go to the grocery store without like a detailed list and like literally scheduling in the time of day I was going to go to the grocery store because I was just, yeah, so like in a state of control and needing to control my environment to feel comfortable and like be more perfect and then I'll finally be happy and yeah. And then I finally decided I'm like I again this came from this place of like not being enough and like needing to achieve where I was like I'm going to pursue a personal project and I decided I was going to create a life planner because that's how you create your dreams is by planning more and planning out your whole life. And I booked a photographer, and I like distinctly remember calling up this photographer and it being a really big deal. And we met for coffee before the photo shoot, and she shared with me meditation, and that was the moment that changed everything. I started practicing the meditation right away, and yeah, things just like drastically changed. I That was when I first met like an energy healer, and he Because I went to him because of physical symptoms, because like I said, I was eating lunch. I was eating lettuce for lunch and I had like brutal bloating and like, yeah, like, anyways, just a testament to my survival state of being.
Mhm.
And in those sessions, he said to me, he's like, so like you're an artist? And I was like, "Mm, yeah, like I want to be or whatever." He's like, if you were to create your own art, where would you sell it? Like, how would people find it? And I told him about the Inspire Studio in town. I was like, oh, probably there. And he's like, okay. He's like, he's like, there's a matrix of energy, is how he described it, that like you are closed off to. Like you can't enter the matrix of energy or whatever. He's like, I will work on you to open you up to that. And he's like, you should expect something in the next 2 weeks. And 1 week later, I got a call from the owner of the studio, and someone had been in the studio looking for an illustrator, and she recommended me. And that was the sapling, is what I created. And so, like that moment blew my mind because I'm like, holy shit, this stuff works. And yeah, and then I was just on a perpetual path of like highly aligned creative projects and clients and and like so much growth and evolution. But like the whole time this was happening too, like I called it energy work, is like what I would call it. But now, like coming into, what I want to teach the world is like how to create your life, using for forces that are greater than yourself, which is what I would refer to as manifestation, right?
Mhm.
So, so
Interesting.
that is a side of it. Yeah.
I'm just like, as you're talking, I'm just contrasting my own life story with yours and how completely different
Different.
it is, starting with you. I mean, I definitely had my own experiences of control and eating, and I feel like we probably both inherited that
Yeah.
stuff just being raised in the generation we were in. Like, I think there's evidence as to why we both had those those
Yeah.
mechanisms.
Yeah.
Because I definitely had that whole part of it. But it's just so funny when, like, even you starting the story with our little sister Hannah getting sick when she was
Hmm.
3, and then you're talking about like our mom and the energy healer she worked with. I was completely cut out of that.
Yeah,
I
totally.
was told I was not good. I wasn't
Yes, I
allowed.
remember that.
Jillian doesn't believe in this. She's blocked us. Whatever else I did, it made me feel bad, so I purposely whatever. Um
Yes, which
so
is,
I had a
yeah,
completely different upbringing in that sense, even though we were in the same house with the
I
same
know. I know.
and
So
I don't
wild.
have any memories of being really young and having those kind of moments or saying prayers or like I was like, nope, I don't like any of it,
Yep.
whatever else. But at the same time, meditating was my first experience to the
Hmm.
higher realms. And the reason why I meditated was because I was told that I had 17 demons attached to me.
Who told you that?
Someone.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And I think you actually had started doing this stuff before me because I have a photo when I started meditating of what you had told me to write down. And I think because you were working with the energy healer, the guy who wrote that Money Isn't the Problem You Are book. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. Access consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gary,
So you
something.
had some like questions that you asked yourself every
Oh my God.
and I had that written down and I would read that. And I had all my crystals and all my meditating, but I have a photo where that little paper is in the corner. And so
Oh
I'm
my
pretty
God, no
sure you
way.
actually started in with this stuff a little earlier than me. And also my moment of connecting to the higher realm is the first time that I did acid and I saw myself.
So different.
And I would have been like 20, not grade 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just so funny
Yeah,
how
it is.
the way you were raised, the way you perceived the
Yeah.
world when you
Yeah.
were little and the experiences you had and what you made that
Yeah.
mean about yourself
Totally.
impacts how you grow up and but
Yeah.
ultimately we both found our path and
Yeah.
found our way in our
Yeah.
own ways. Um because I definitely had like the like working out. I didn't work out 3 times a day ever, I don't think, but I worked out a
Yeah, I
lot
can't
and
believe I
I
did that.
ate. I in hindsight I became keto, but I didn't know that's what it was. But I just stopped eating
Oh,
carbs.
oh, that's so crazy. Oh
Besides
man.
wine, of course, but
Oh yeah.
for the most part, that is how I lost weight. And then I learned about the keto diet, and it's like, yeah, your body goes into ketosis, and you just burn. And I was like, that actually
It's what happened to
what
me.
happened because I lost so much weight so fast, and yeah, and
Hmm.
um, so yeah, it's just so funny to like look back, and I think this is really great for listeners
Yes.
who maybe don't understand why it's important to heal the beliefs that we have about ourselves from when we were younger, like how much
Yeah.
that impacts how we grow up, how we see the world, how we experience things. And also, you can talk to God, source, creator, your higher self, whatever. Like, this is why
Hmm.
meditating is a great practice, and why
Hmm.
both you and I, that's how it started for us, because it
Hmm.
does give you the ability to connect in with yourself. But like, they'll help you with
Hmm.
things. So if you don't know the answer, you can
Hmm.
ask, and it will be
Yes,
shown to
totally.
you, maybe not in the way that you thought it was going to be shown to you. There's not going to be some big banner from the
Yeah.
clouds that come down and says, you have a good girl wounding. Like, that's not going
Yeah.
to happen.
Yeah.
But you might be like shown scenarios in your life where you realize and recognize, oh, that's weird. I believe that. Like, now I'm going to work on shifting those beliefs.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so interesting, so interesting. But I think my like I'm like half these stories I've never heard before. Why aren't you talking about this stuff?
I know.
Because like that is good stuff,
Yeah,
good content.
totally. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, very interesting, and definitely a testament for both of us of following your own path. Oh, the other story that I was going to share, that because I was like, there was a few key points you mentioned where I had, it's like we had
Totally
the
different
same,
experiences.
it's like we had the same checkpoint, but then it was just different because you said Uncle Kenny, which hopefully Uncle Kenny isn't listening to this podcast.
Aw,
Oh, it's so funny. He would never. Um, but where you say
you never know. Maybe he'll come around.
Uncle Kenny, if you're listening to this,
I
um,
forgave him, or I forgave him a long time ago. Because I'm grateful. I'm
well,
so grateful because
I
I never
also,
would be
I
like
also,
that, you
well,
know?
my story is when I moved back home, which was
Okay.
about 3 years ago, I was in a car with our grandma, and we were talking about what I was going to be doing now that I was here. And like, the family doesn't know fully the extent of what I do. They try their best, but
Yeah.
usually I just say, "Oh, I'm a personal trainer," which I'm not a personal trainer anymore, but or I'm a
Right.
life coach or whatever. I keep it
Oh,
vague.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was driving grandma to some appointment in Winnipeg, so we were spending a lot of time together. And she said, "Well, your Uncle Kenny said, what is Jillian doing home? What kind of job is she gonna get?" And I tried to explain to him what you were doing, and he said, "No, I mean meant a real job." And grandma was so offended and so upset and so
Oh,
angry on
good for
my
her
behalf.
though to defend you.
I know, but I don't know if she said anything to him, but like to me, she was just like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe he said that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I laughed, honestly,
Yeah.
because I was like,
Yeah. Because you're secure about it.
wouldn't
Yeah.
you like to know what I'm doing? And I often
Yeah.
think that when I'm sitting here alone in my house in the woods and I don't see anyone from town ever. And I'm like, I bet they wonder what I am doing
Yeah.
out here. Like the people who don't know, like it's wouldn't you like to know what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's right. Aw, a bit of mystery is good.
Yeah, but it's just funny that Uncle Kenny was a pillar for both of
And my
us.
moment too. But
Yeah.
that's where I'm like, what is good and what is bad? Because like, yes, he said that, which could be perceived as bad, but that was like such a motivator for me.
Well, and
Like, know that
he
this is
meant
my
it, I
path and
think, as a
a
compliment
compliment. A
in like,
100% he did.
yeah,
Yeah,
because he's like, she's so smart, she should be doing
exactly.
this. Yeah,
Exactly.
he's had a few good one-liners over the
Yeah,
years.
totally. But I'm like, I'm grateful for that moment because now
Yeah.
I have a wicked story, but also like yeah, it was like confirmation for myself that I was doing the right thing because I was so sure about it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So,
I mean, that's true.
and
Like,
I've come to prove him so wrong also, which is,
well, and
you
that's
know.
the thing because I like he's an accountant and I'm like, "Oh, sometimes I wish you did my taxes so you
He does my taxes,
how
so
much my not job is serving me."
that's right. Exactly right. Yeah. But
But
like I don't know. I see that's where I'm like, I believe all people are love and light on the inside. And like there's a reason he's in our world. There's a reason he's a part of our story. And, you know, maybe someday something will happen and we will help him. And, like who
I mean,
knows? But
it does all come around. You never know. That's so true.
yeah,
And also different people act as different disruptors in
yep.
different points of our lives. And actually, this is a good thing to say to you because I know you've been working on your overgiving.
Yes,
And so, if we're
totally.
talking about this in this context, so we can say that certain people who are quote unquote bad have
Right,
positive influences in our life. If they never said that bad thing, things might have gone
right.
differently. We might not, whatever. This is where people pleasers
Yeah,
struggle because they're trying to manage everybody
yeah,
else's feelings
totally,
and expectations and reactions. Whereas
totally.
if they just stand solid in their boundaries or their
Yep,
worth or giving and receiving,
right,
other person is going to get what they need, not what we
exactly.
think they need. So it's like
Right.
a vice versa of
Yep.
that example
The Yeah,
with Arnold.
totally. That's right. Like good on him for
Yeah.
sticking to what he believes in
And if
because
you're
it served us.
constantly overgiving, you're
Yeah.
doing a
Yeah.
disservice to that
Exactly.
person because
Exactly.
they're not learning what they need to learn and they might
That's
miss
right.
out on what they needed because you were
That's
playing
right.
God a little bit.
Well, or God. Okay, yeah, for sure. Trying to.
Yeah, you were thinking you knew
Yes.
best. You were thinking you knew better.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
it's interesting for sure how that good, bad, right, wrong goes both ways.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's a powerful um thing when it comes to that overgiving thing or
That's
not
yeah,
standing in
that's a
your
really
word.
good point. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm coming around.
Yeah, well, of course, but
Yeah.
or trying to accommodate everyone or whatever else.
I'm done that. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Sometimes it takes a while to get fed up
Yeah.
and done,
Well,
but
I think that I feel really good about the journey that I took because I know that it got me to here. And like, yeah, I just believe that it was all for a reason. I
mhm.
also am like, I offered the gift to so many people and like now they are aware of one. And for two, like I like they almost like can't say anything bad about me, like because like they
Totally.
had the opportunity,
Oh
which I
yeah,
like love that I like have a little bit of that power. Like that's
it is
a
definitely a power
tactic in a
shift
way.
when you recognize your worth and what you
Yeah,
have to offer. A
yeah,
no doesn't hurt because it's like,
exactly.
well, I know how good this is, and if you aren't
Yeah,
ready to see that, or if it's not for you, well, that's not my problem.
yeah,
I'm just here to hold the
yeah,
package. Do you want the
yeah.
package? Do you not want the package?
That's right.
Doesn't matter to
Yeah,
me. It's still the same package.
exactly. Yeah, totally. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm definitely I would say I'm at that point.
yeah.
I also though like yeah, I don't regret my overgiving phase either.
So that's good.
A lot of people and a lot of results that now I can share
Well,
with
and
others.
that's what they needed at that time as
Yeah,
well. If you're really
exactly.
like, because I've had like our friend who's in our mentorship space that we're both a part of, he does soul-centered selling, and he made a post yesterday talking about how when you when you get into the position where you have something to offer, a lot of times you have wounding from before when you couldn't afford it, and you want to accommodate those people and make sure that they can have the thing that you couldn't afford. and why that's a
Right.
wound. And it's a really good post. And also, like, I look back and I had lots of opportunities to learn from people for discounts or for extended payment plans or for whatever else. And I had my own phase where that was part of my journey too, where I gave extended
Hmm.
payment plans, whatever. And those
Hmm.
people got my program and got what they need, whatever, what they needed. But now I've moved into this different place where this is the price, it is what it is. And also I'm teaching other people who are then going to be maybe more
Yeah.
beginners, but still learning my methods, and maybe their
Yep.
prices will be a little bit less to start, and they'll
Yeah.
be the entry point for
Exactly.
some people who want to come into the program. So there's no
Exactly.
like, if you're doing work that's in alignment with your soul and you're helping
Yeah.
others, there you're ultimately creating people, helping create people, showing them the path that is going to allow them to help others. And like,
Yeah.
it goes on both ways. So yeah, it's just being in alignment, being in
Yeah,
alignment.
totally. Yep. Absolutely.
So we're gonna start to close up here, but a couple more questions. What would you tell, we'll say, the version of you who just arrived home from college?
I
If
would
you had
say
her
you're
in front of you,
exactly where you're meant to be. Yeah. And like, I'm so proud of you. All the work you've done is totally going to serve you. And like, you are on the cusp of greatness. And this is all part of the path.
would she believe you?
No. She'd be like, oh, but I want it now.
You're like, whatever you say. Yeah. I can
Yeah.
relate.
Yeah. I shouldn't say that. If that legit happened, like, and like I saw my future self, and I would believe her for sure. I would.
If she actually walked.
I was open enough at that point that I would be like, holy fuck, guys. But I was definitely at that point in my journey where like after I experienced it, oh my God. Like I like overloaded Josh with everything and he's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? Like I was telling everybody, like I probably was like word vomiting to you, which obviously helped to serve you, which is great to hear. But I like, yeah, I wanted to tell everyone, go to this healer. He changed my life. It was
That was
awesome.
like me when I learned
Great.
Reiki. I was like,
Yeah, but
Reiki's
it's
amazing. I want get a
yeah,
session. Everybody
yeah,
and their dog. I'll do
yeah,
all of
totally.
you. Yes.
And like I have students now who are like doing that for me, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, because that's exciting. It's exciting
Grateful.
when that
It
happens.
is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Um, so we're gonna do a fun, playful lightning round.
Okay.
I just read that directly off my
Yeah,
note.
you did. So fun and playful.
Fun and playful. All right. What is your sun, moon, and rising?
My sun is Aquarius. I couldn't tell you my moon or my rising.
Oh shit. This is
Do you
where
know them? You probably know them.
not off the top of my head. I know we've looked them up like 75 times
Can we
together.
pause them? Pause this? This is where we have very different journeys. I'm into human design.
What
I
is your
can tell you,
what is your human design?
okay, I'm a 5-1 profile and an emotional authority. I don't know, those be
Oh,
the
I
top
think you
ones.
cut off manifesting generator.
Oh, manifesting generator, 5-1, which is like teacher, um, and emotional authority.
Interesting. I am a splenic projector. You probably already know all this.
Yes, I do.
I think I'm a 3/5,
Yep,
and is splenic, is that the authority?
authority.
Okay.
Yep,
Yes, that is me.
yes,
Very different.
yes. Very different.
Are your spirit guides loud or subtle?
I would say they're more subtle. I'm grateful for my spirit guides. Yeah, they
Okay.
gently talk to me for sure. Yeah,
I don't know if you're gonna have an answer for this one, but we're gonna
I
see.
might not.
What past life do you relate to the most lately?
Yeah, don't have an answer to that. Let me think. Let me think. Past life. Like if I were to just see what comes to me right now.
Sure, see what comes to you.
Like I actually got a vision of like royalty, which is interesting.
Probably.
There's something in my human codes or something like that that talks about like eating life from a silver spoon. Is that a thing? Is there a saying about that? I don't know.
That sounds right. Eating life from a silver spoon.
That's not right, but hopefully
Eating
people know
life.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not right. I don't know.
Uh,
Anyways,
okay, okay.
I yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm like really coming into the highest expression of myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe it. Eating life from a silver spoon. I'm gonna use that.
That's not it. Oh God, please don't. That's not right.
It's gonna be the title of this podcast. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
God.
What is the most random sign the universe ever sent you?
Ooh. Okay, this happened recently. So, I used to be an agency owner with a girl from Florida, and I was like asking for next steps. And I just wanted so badly to like find a way to make it work. And it kept sending me death. Like, there was a goose that was dead on my front lawn. I saw like five different roadkills in one day. That's not even an exaggeration. Like, just so much death. And then I think I called you, and you're like, it's so obvious. And I'm like, I know. But
I
I
know.
like that being said, like we're both so grateful for that choice and like we're both
I need
sad
a
and happy about
sign. Bird hits the window. I
it.
need
Yeah.
a signier sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Flock of bird hits the windows. Not enough. Are you sure? Are
Yeah,
you
do you
sure?
really want what's coming next? Yeah.
Oh, that's like one of my clients. She was asking for a sign over and over and over and over again. And then eventually she threw out her back and she's like, okay, I know what I have to do because if I don't, I'm worried about what might happen next.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Like, yes,
exactly.
don't go walking across the street anytime
Yeah.
soon.
Oh God.
Uh, all
Funny.
right, last question. If you could visit one realm or dimension tonight in a dream, where are you going?
Realm or dimension. I don't know enough about them, but I would say,
Anywhere. Basically, if you could go anywhere, like around, like somewhere,
oh,
like a different time, a different place, a realm, a planet, whatever, basically.
so I had a vision recently of like which I know is like what I'm creating next in my life. And this has happened to me many times. Anyways, it was me waking up and I like looked up and the sun was above me. It was like a bright sunny day and I like woke up in a boat and Bennett and I think I've told you this, Bennett and Scarlett were like was probably like 5 years older and they were tubing on the boat and Josh was driving the boat and we were at our cabin and everything and like I don't know. I would just visit that in my dreams. It's like such a peaceful, enjoyable, fun. Like that would probably be my happiest place, with my family, hanging
Hmm.
out on the water.
Woo! You would visit a future dimension.
Oh, you know me. I'm all about the future.
No, this is because like every time I ask this question, people have completely different answers. That's why I didn't want to give you too much context because
Oh,
like
okay.
the way people answer that question is so interesting. It's always so different. Um, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say like my highest self. Like I'd like have lunch with my highest self.
Hmm.
Ask it questions.
Interesting.
Ask it. Ask them. Ask. Yeah,
It.
that'd be
Yeah.
cool too.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one too. Totally. Oh, amazing. Well, this has been really fun. Did you have any closing thoughts? And also let everyone know where they can find you.
Yes. Yeah. If you want to manifest your biggest dreams by prioritizing feeling wonderful, because that's all I did, then you can find me at emily.saylor, Saler, on Instagram. And I am working on posting more. I I just have to share it.
Awesome. Amazing. Yes. And you will also
Thank
see
you.
wonderful videos of her two adorable, actually, wait, my two adorable niece and nephew.
That's right. Were you gonna say my adorable niece and nephew?
No, I
Like
was gonna say her adorable kids, but then I was like, no, actually, they're
they're your
my
niece and
niece and
nephew. That's
nephew.
right. That's right. Yeah, but
Yes, amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Emily. This was lots of fun. I feel like it was, I liked
yeah, I
it.
feel like people are gonna be entertained listening to two sisters talk about this stuff. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's different
It's
when
kind of mind-blowing, honestly, Jill, that like you and I are both doing this. I'm just waiting for Hannah. She'll be
she's doing
next.
her own business. She's making soap and mead
Oh,
and
totally. Oh, no, no, no. I just
dog
mean like
groomers.
to be on the podcast with us and like we're all
Oh,
talking stuff.
ha ha ha! I don't know. I
It's
don't
so
know.
funny.
Oh, Hannah, I doubt she will be listening to this, but if you're listening to this, I don't mean this offensively, but having Hannah on here with both of us, we would be getting roasted the whole time.
Yeah, we would. For sure we would.
That's what she
People
does.
would probably love that, Jill.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. No, I love Hannah, but yeah, she's, yeah, we're all very different. Um,
So different. It's so wild. Like you say, we all had the same
but we
parents.
all have our own businesses.
We do.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yep, same
Pretty
parents,
cool.
completely different paths. Ah, yes. Well, maybe one day we'll invite Hannah on and do a three sister podcast and see how that
That
goes.
would be wild. Yeah. You might not post. Better stay tuned to see.
Stay tuned to see the Three Sister podcast, where we could contrast and compare all of our perspectives and stories.
That's right.
Oh,
Amazing.
that would be good. That would be good. Amazing. All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you everybody for being here today. Thank you
Yeah.
for tuning in. Go ahead and give Emily a follow. You'll be able to find my information below as well. If anything resonated in the podcast today, please let me know in the comments. If you have any questions or anything like that as well, always open to hearing that. And thank you, Emily, for being here. We will see you all in the next one. Bye.
Thanks so much, Jill. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for sharing this space with me today. If something in this episode resonated, let it land. You don't need to understand it all right now. Integration happens in its own time. You'll find ways to connect and explore working together in the show notes, and you're always welcome to reach out if you feel ready to go deeper. Remember, you don't have to transcend your humanity to be spiritual. Your lived experience is the initiation. Until next time, stay curious, stay embodied, and keep living multidimensionally. May your days play out for the highest good. Namaste.